Hello everyone, my name is Erica Honore. I'm a certified grief specialist and I'd like to share with you today my personal journey with grief. On June 17, 2006, my life was forever changed when I was given the news that my son, Austin, who was 10, was overcome by carbon monoxide poisoning and had drowned as a result in Lake Havasu with his father on a boating trip for Father's Day weekend. Austin was my middle child. He was everything special that a middle child and more a middle child could be, and we were forever changed as a result of that. I spent a lot of time searching for places to find help, to find relief from the pain, and to find a way to support my children. My oldest son, Donovan, was 12, and my youngest was 3 years old. My husband, Lewis, and I had been separated up until that point and had reunited. So we had all kinds of things going on at one time in addition to dealing with our loss and our heartbreak. I found several support groups through the urging of my sister, through hospitals and things in the community that just were not a good fit for me. I was saddened by the other stories of the people in the group. So when I left, I had no place to deal with my own pain. I thought of their discomfort and what their families had gone through, and I wanted to help take care of them and still nothing for myself. So months had gone by and my sister Sharon had an incident at her church, and they found a grief program, an educational program, not a traditional support group that she told me her church had paid for me to go. I later found out that was a little bit of a lie, but she got me there and it changed my life for the better. I was so inspired by my experience, I decided to become certified and to help other people work through their pain. And it was just so healing for my own journey to help others deal with their pain as well as sharing my experience with them. In 2013, our family moved to Texas, and I put my grief hat on the shelf for a little while to try and acclimate myself to the community and help Jordan was 10 years old, help him adjust to the move to Texas and everything big in Texas. For about 2 years, I substitute taught in his classroom and I volunteered, and so there was no time for grief. 2015, Sharon and I had some conversations and I decided to pick that grief hat up and get myself retrained and back into the grief community, but Texas style. We both did a refresher course at the end of June, and it was so much fun to work together, to be together. We laugh through grief, which sometimes people don't understand, but if you know us, then you'll know that it also is very healing. We had a huge family dinner at my house. We were leaving all together to fly to California, and Donovan was there. Donovan was 20, turning 21 in 2 weeks, and we were planning his birthday and just all things fun and family-oriented. Sharon and I were off to California the next day, and 2 days after arriving in California, she called to tell me that Donovan was killed in a motorcycle accident. It's like being struck by lightning twice. I didn't know if I was going to make it back from that loss. Even having the tools as a grief recovery specialist, it's still a challenge to figure out how to deal with not only the loss of a second child, but an adult child who is also your friend. I think that impact was a lot harder. I had Donovan for a lot more years. We talked on the phone every day, we text, we had inside jokes. He was a friend. And I went through a very dark time. I was very resistant to the process of working through grief. I isolated, I did all the things that I advise people not to do. And it was finally my husband, Lewis, who said, I need you. I need you. You can't fall apart because I need you. And he said, I have to get up and I have to go to work every day, and I need you to do the same. And that kind of kicked me into gear. And I called Sharon crying and she flew to my rescue. She came to Texas and she and I did some much needed work together. And I started to slowly pick up the pieces and get myself back on track. and immerse myself again full-time into the grief community, working with clients and families and loved ones who have lost, families who have gone through divorce, and even families who have lost fur babies, which is such a profound loss when you come home and you're used to cuddling with your little dog at night and he's no longer there. It's been an amazing experience to help uplift people and to unburden them from the confines of grief, and to see how their lives are forever changed when they can live pain-free. And it is also kind of inspiring to see how they're able to then go out into the community and share the word of how grief work, it really does. If you give it the time, it really does work, and it can change your life. So that is my journey. You can find me, Erica Honore, at healingstartswiththeheart.com. I look forward to talking to you soon.